Hello everyone, I'm Matt Jordan and welcome to my channel Retro Rolling. Today I'm going to be telling you the story of one of the most iconic and legendary cars ever made. The Ford RS 500 Cosworth. The RS Cosworth was a high-performance version of the Ford Sierra that was built by Ford Europe from 1986 to 1992. It was the result of a Ford Motorsport project with the sole purpose of producing an outright winner for Group A racing in Europe. Group A was a category of motorsport that requires cars to be based on production models with a minimum of 5,000 units produced. The Ford Sierra RS Cosworth was designed to compete with the likes of BMW's M3, Mercedes-Benz 190Es, and of course the legendary Quattros. The project was initiated by Stuart Turner, who had recently been appointed as the head of Ford Motorsport in Europe. He realised that Ford was no longer competitive in this area and needed a new car that could challenge the rivals. He got the support of Walter Hayes, the Vice President of Public Relations at Ford, who had been involved in the development of the GT40 and the Cosworth DFV engines in the past. Turner then approached Cosworth, Ford's longtime engine partner, and asked them to develop a turbocharged version of their 16-valve twin-cam engine based on Ford's own Pinto block. Cosworth agreed, but on two conditions. The engines would produce at least 204 horsepower in the street version, and that Ford would accept no fewer than 15,000 engines. Turner accepted the deal, even though he only needed 5,000 engines. To find a suitable gearbox was more challenging, as no existing Ford transmission could handle the torque of the Cosworth engine. Turner decided to use the Borg-Warner T5 gearbox, which was used in the Ford Mustang and the Merkur XR4Ti, a turbocharged Sierra derivative sold in the US. The Merkur also provided some of the other parts such as fuel injection system, the intercooler, the rear axle. The body of the Sierra was modified to improve the aerodynamics and cooling. A large rear wing, deep front spoiler, flared wheel arches were added, giving the car a distinct aggressive look. The car also was fitted with Recaro seats, leather steering wheel and a digital dash. It was only available in 3-door hatchback and only in white, black and moonstone blue. The car was priced at $15,950, which was quite expensive for a Sierra, but still cheaper than its competitors. The car was an instant hit with over 1,600 units sold in the UK alone and more than 5,500 units sold worldwide. The car was praised for its performance, handling and braking, but also was criticised for its poor fuel economy, high insurance costs, and being susceptible to theft. But the Sierra Cosworth was also a success on the track, winning several races and championships in touring cars, rallycross and hill climbs. These cars were driven by some of the best drivers at the time, such as Andy Rouse, Steve Soper and Stig Blomqvist. The cars also set several records, such as the fastest lap at the Nürburgring, the fastest production car at the Isle of Man TT, and the fastest 4-door car at the Bonneville Salt Flats. In 1987, Ford introduced a special edition of the Sierra RS Cosworth called the RS 500. This was an evocation of the original model with several changes to make it more competitive in racing. The RS 500 was limited to 500 units, all of which were right-hand drive and sold in the UK. The RS 500 was the ultimate Sierra Cosworth and became one of the most sought after and collectible cars of the era. The Sierra RS Cosworth was replaced by the Escort RS Cosworth in 1982, which used a similar engine and drivetrain. The Escort RS Cosworth was also a successful car, both on the road and the rally stages, but it never achieved the same cult status as the RS Sierra Cosworth. Sierra RS Cosworth remains one of the most iconic and influential cars of all time, a car that changed the face of motorsport and car performance forever. Well, that's nearly it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more car related content. Let me know in the comments what you think of the Ford RS Cosworth and what other cars you'd like me to talk about in the future. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.